Here are my predictions for what's going to be in the Chemistry WACE exam. I'm a 99.85 ATAR tutor, ended up with a 92 in chemistry. So one thing that's not going to be in the exam is a long soap and detergent question worth 8 to 12 marks or so. Now this question has been in the 2017 WACE, 2019 WACE, and last year's WACE, and I don't expect it to come up again because they're never in consecutive WACE exams. However, I do expect a question on intermolecular forces and the differing solubilities of different organic compounds in water. For example, this question here on ethanol and decanol. This is a question that was in 2021, and also a similar question came up in 2017 and 2018. So I do expect it to come up again. If the question isn't on solubility, it's definitely on boiling point instead. You'd have to explain why a certain molecule has a higher boiling point compared to something else, and this will be due to its differing intermolecular forces. Another question type I expect to be in this year's WACE is a question where you mix acid and base together and end up with a new solution where you have to figure out the final pH. This type of question has been in 2017 and 2019, and interestingly, last year's Chemistry WACE exam had a lack of pH calculation questions, so I do expect this type of question to be in the exam. Moving on, if we do have a look at the 2021 chemistry report and 2022, we can see that these topics examiners have identified to be done very badly in the WACE: acid-base, equilibrium, bonding, ocean acidification, and organics. So in your revision, please do revise these topics and they will be of use for you. Another question type I do expect to be in this exam is a bag titration question. Now, this sort of question has not been in any WACE papers as of yet, but it has been in WATP papers, so I do expect that it might come up this year. It is a bit of a difficult question for the average chemistry student, but do revise your titration questions so that you are able to tackle this one effectively. A buffer question is likely to come up in the WACE. This is where they ask you what happens when you add a small amount of acid and base into the solution and why doesn't it change pH. Now this sort of question has come up in 2016, 2018, 2019, and 2021, but not last year. So I do expect that they will make a re-emergence this year. Now when they do give this type of question, they're likely to link it to a biological scenario, for example, buffering in your blood or in kidneys, so on and so forth. Lastly, the difficulty for this WACE exam, I expect it to not be much different to previous years. As you can see, 2020, the mean was 62, 2021 was 59, and last year's was around 62%. Now, in my opinion, last year's exam was easier than the year before, so I do expect this year's WACE to be of a similar difficulty to the 2021 exam. If you guys want the document where I have written out all my predictions for the Chemistry WACE exam, comment chemistry down below and I will send that to you guys. Also, if you guys want me to do one for physics, do let me know and I'll get that to you guys as soon as possible.